Hi my honeys, Erica here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome home. I have such a fun renovation to show you guys today, and it's easy, quick, and on a budget. We are tackling our basement bathroom. This is the final project we're doing in 2024 after finishing our kitchen, exterior renovations, a powder room on the main level. We are winding down a little bit here, and we want to make sure that this last project has an impact, but also isn't totally gonna break the bank and take a bunch of time to do. Thankfully, the Home Depot agreed to sponsor this video and provide us with a new bathroom vanity. They have some of the chicest ones for such affordable prices. When I saw the one that we picked out, it totally inspired the space. It's super darling, perfect for a small room, and it's very budget friendly. So I'm really excited to do this and show you guys how to take a bathroom that doesn't look so great and it's in a basement and make it fabulous just over a weekend on a limited budget. So that's what we're gonna do today. I will get into showing you guys what the bathroom looked like before. It definitely needs some help, and I want it to match the vibe of the rest of our house. So you will see how I kind of insert my Victorian modern style and really infuse this room with lots of charm and character and make it look like it's not just a basement bathroom. So let's get into the makeover, and I will link everything we use in this video in the description below. And I want to thank the Home Depot for sponsoring this project. Check it out. I was super inspired to start this project when I found the 24-inch Sonoma vanity from Home Decorators Collection, exclusively available at the Home Depot. This vanity is as beautiful as it is functional, with soft closing doors, a Carrara marble top and backsplash, and it even comes with pre-drilled holes for your faucet and an undermount ceramic sink. The Sonoma vanity comes in 6 different sizes and 4 different finishes to fit your space and style. We chose the white finish to go with a black and white theme we have planned for the space. Here is where we are starting in the basement bathroom. It has seen better days. This purple paint color to me feels a little juvenile. I do really love the floors though. It is a very small space, limited space for a sink, so we'll have to go small on that, but we need the storage. Definitely need a mirror that is not horizontal, and we want to replace the ceiling tiles because what is that, my friends? What is going on there? I think it's an old water stain. Let's hope so. I also want to replace the baseboards. I might keep this chair rail though, and use it as like a little divider because I think I might want to do like a 2-tone color situation in here. Overall, it could be worse, but it could be a lot better. Here is the design I came up with for the space. I'm going for a little 2-tone moment in here, and since we are on a budget for this space, I am trying to keep the renovation under $1,500. I'm going to utilize the existing tile, which I think is actually pretty cute, and I'm going to paint the walls, add some trim, some baseboards, maybe a little picture molding, a new vanity, mirror, lighting, and new ceiling tiles, and I think it's going to look so much better. So let's head to the Home Depot to see what we can find to make this space a lot better. I'm going to start with trims. I want to add extra trim to the chair rail just to beef it up a bit, make it look a little bit more special. I initially started in their ornate trims section because I was thinking I would do something a little fancier. They have a lot of really great options if you're looking for sort of that vintage character, but I found these are actually like the PVC ones that are meant for like outdoor, but I mean, once they're painted, you're not going to see that it's not real wood anyway. So I decided to spray these, and I'm using my Graco paint sprayer. You guys, this is pretty beginner friendly. I will link it in the description box below, but I pre-sprayed all of my trim boards black, so it would be easier to just do touch-ups on the wall instead of having to paint everything once it was on the wall. If you don't have one of these little baseboard pullers, highly recommend, because it makes the job way easier to pull baseboards off. This one's like already probably gonna come pretty loose easily. Okay, that's not coming loose. It's spooky. Ian was shaking that toilet paper holder from behind the wall, and it was making me laugh so much because it initially scared me. So I gave up on the tricky baseboards for now, and I'm just starting to paint the room. I'm going to paint the chair rail. I don't have to be super precise about it because I am going to add an extra piece of trim on top of the chair rail. The color black that I chose is from Bear's line at the Home Depot, and it's called Limousine Leather. It's like the perfect neutral black tone, and I got it in a satin finish just so it'd be nice and wipeable down in the basement. And don't be like me. Make sure you put a tarp down or something to protect your floors. I was just being lazy and I regret it.
Black seems to be going on pretty well though.
Yeah, good coverage. This is the Behr Scuff Defense Paint Plus Primer. I only need 2 coats on this. And for black, I feel like that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I definitely will be using this paint again in other rooms. I could not believe the coverage. I was able to get this entire lower half done in just 2 coats, which for me is unheard of for a color this dark.
I don't know how I do it, but I always end up getting more paint on me than the walls during painting. My husband's like, why don't you wear gloves? No.
For the upper portion of the basement bathroom walls, I chose Night Blooming Jasmine, another color by Behr Paint. I wanted something that had a bit of creaminess to it without feeling yellow, and this tone is absolutely perfect. I wanted a little warmth to the space, but I do not like whites that look yellow, and this turned out to be perfect. Look at the coverage on this as well. This is 1 coat you're seeing going on here. Highly, highly recommend this paint. I will link it in the description box below. It's available at the Home Depot. You're probably wondering what this box is. It is an access panel to our utilities. I'm just going to remove it from the wall, paint it, and replace it, and just cover it with some art later. Here is what the room is looking like, all painted. I really, really like how it turned out. I'm loving the white and black theme. Okay, so I am updating you from 3 weeks later. I got COVID, and so this bathroom project took a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back, baby, and a few things happened while I was gone, so let me show you. We had our plumber come and install the vanity here, which I know it is relatively large for the space. However, really all you're doing in this bathroom is going to the bathroom and washing your hands. So to me, I'd rather have the storage than just the pedestal sink that was here. But I really, really love the way that it looks. I love the marble detail. This vanity is from the Home Depot. I will link it in my caption below. I did also get this faucet as well, which I will link in the description. But this is so cute. I loved the little legs on it. You have plenty of storage in here. You've got 2 shelves of storage. This is just a little faux drawer up top, which is totally fine. But it's the perfect small little vanity for this space. Now we need to tackle the ceiling tiles. This I'm a little afraid of, but I did have Ian pop one of the new ceiling tiles in there. It is a real tin ceiling tile, and I think it looks so chic and gives the same vibe as our kitchen. So I'm really excited to get all of those replaced today. We determined that the stain around the fan on the ceiling tile is an old stain, so we're not really sure what we're gonna do with it yet. But now it's time to replace all of the ceiling tiles, and I've hired my husband, and by hired I mean made him do this for free because he's tall. After each tile that Ian removed, I brought it outside and I used it as my template to trace onto my new tiles. I just drew a line and then used some straight tin snips to cut out the shapes that I needed for each tile. It's kind of an awkward room. That's why I chose this gorgeous pattern, because it is very busy and I knew that it would make the ceiling kind of all blend together. I really like these tin tiles from the Home Depot. They were really, really easy to work with. You just want to make sure you're using a glove. Tin snips take a little getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, you're golden. You just want to make sure you don't cut your hands on any of the sharp edges. That's the only key here. But fortunately for me, no bleeding today, which is actually a shocker because I am normally extremely clumsy. This took me about a half an hour to cut out all of these shapes to fit with our existing ceiling grid. And then it was time for Ian to place them back into the grid in the exact order they needed to go in. This is a tall boy activity for the tall boys of the world.
I could use a tall boy right about now.
That looks pretty good. Look at that. Wow. As you can see, these were super easy to put back into place, and they were the perfect size since we used the original tiles as the template. We are going to have to bend some of the tiles here and there to make sure that they are laying flat within the grid, but for now, we just wanted to get them up and make sure the size was right.
Undo that.
We have to figure out what to do with this fan now. Probably just end up removing it because it's being supported by the tile itself. And
these aren't going to support it.
These are not going to support it because they're thin tin tiles, but I really like the look. You get a little bit more off the ceiling. Ian made fun of me because he's like, yeah, okay, cool, 1/4 inch. But it makes a difference in a tiny bathroom. That's all I have to say. Ian started removing the fan from the ceiling tile there. We just decided to get rid of it altogether in favor of having an aluminum tile there.
And here is what we are looking like now. We removed the light fixture yesterday, as well as put up the final ceiling tile. It is time to paint that little purple splotch and then tackle the tricky baseboards in the space. These baseboards are not coming off because they are glued and it's just going to crumble the drywall. So I've come up with an idea to put the baseboards, new baseboards, up against the old ones, and then I'm going to use a little bit of screen molding to cover this gap right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I do have the chair rail and the baseboard added. Now I just have to cut screen molding to cover this beautiful gap right there. 8,000 cuts later on my new Ryobi 12-inch miter saw from the Home Depot. I'm obsessed with this thing. I just want to show you. So we've got this gap here, right? I've taken my screen molding that normally goes like this on the wall. I cut it upside down so that the thicker part's on the bottom. And then I set it on top of the baseboard. And this covers that ugly gap we didn't like. Easy as that. Now it's time to put some picture molding up on the walls just to add a little decorative detail. I pre-cut all of my frames to make it easy on myself. Okay guys, I'm just putting up some simple picture molding now. I cut 4 pieces. I kind of like decided on how big the square was going to be based on this wall here because it has to be a smaller one. And then I'm just evenly spacing it. So I need to have 3.5 down by 6 3/4 between each one. So I'll go over 6 3/4, 3.5 down, and I'll have my next one. I will be doing this picture frame molding all along the lower half of the entire room. Once all the molding was finished, it was time to add the final touches. I shopped my house for a bunch of vintage decorative details like this large painting to cover the access panel, and I have a lot of other little cuties to put up. I also put up a new light fixture above the vanity. This one is also from the Home Depot, and it is super affordable and looks super chic. I also added this gorgeous vintage style mirror from the Home Depot, super affordable by the way, and a round mirror is a great way to make your space look larger. And now for a couple of decorative details that I got for free because I just pulled them from storage in my house, and this bathroom project is wrapping up. I cannot wait to show you guys how beautiful this space turned out. Oh wait, one more quick trip to the Home Depot because I needed wall anchors to hang up a couple of pieces of art. Here's a reminder of what our small basement bathroom looked like before, and you tell me if we turned it from childish to charming.